Hi everyone. This is Book Summary Supercommunicators. How to Unlock the Secret Language of Connection is a book by Charles Duhigg that explores the art and science of successful communication. Let's enjoy the video. Please subscribing to my channel for more great content like this. You'll be notified when I upload new videos. Supercommunicators is that communication is a superpower. Duhigg makes a compelling case that some people can make themselves heard and understood more clearly than others, and that this ability is essential to success in all areas of life. By recognizing different types of conversation and learning how to match them, we can become better listeners and more effective communicators. Another important lesson from the book is that effective communication is not just about what we say, but also about how we say it. Duhigg delves into the complex emotions, subtle negotiations, and deeply held beliefs that color so much of what we say and how we listen. By understanding these nuances, we can learn to communicate more effectively, build stronger relationships, and achieve our goals more easily. Key takeaways. Communication is a superpower that is essential to success in all areas of life. Effective communication is not just about what we say, but also about how we say it. By recognizing different types of conversation and learning how to match them, we can become better listeners and more effective communicators. 3 Big Ideas from Supercommunicators by Charles Duhigg Lightbulb. Here are 3 big ideas that business leaders can apply to lead their business and team more effectively. Big Idea 1. There are 3 layers in all conversations. At the heart of Duhigg's exploration is the idea that every conversation we engage in is multi-layered. There are practical, decision-making conversations that focus on what's this really about. There are emotional conversations, which ask how do we feel? And there are social conversations that explore who are we? Recognizing which layer is at play in any given interaction is crucial for effective communication. You may experience conversational confusion if you misalign the layers. For example, if you jump straight into discussing actions and plans, decision-making, but the team wants to hear what each other is thinking, social. Being aware of what conversation is emerging now ensures better conversations. Improving your ability to lead the conversations that matter most at work. Big Idea 2. Supercommunicators synchronize. There's been a flurry of research showing that at the heart of every conversation is the potential for neurological synchronization, an alignment of our brains and bodies. Everything from how fast each of us breathes to the goosebumps on our skin that we often fail to notice, but which influences how we talk, hear, and think. Some people consistently fail to synchronize with others, even when they're speaking to close friends. Others, let's call them supercommunicators, seem to synchronize effortlessly with just about anyone. Most of us lie somewhere in between. But we can learn to connect in more meaningful ways if we understand how conversations work. Big Idea 3. To connect, make the conversation emotional. The most important goal of any conversation is to connect. With the right tools, you can connect with anyone. Researchers found that during successful conversations, people tend to ask each other the kinds of questions that drew out replies where people expressed their needs, goals, beliefs, and emotions. In unsuccessful conversations, people talked mostly about themselves, or they asked shallow questions, the kinds of inquiries that didn't reveal anything about how their partners felt. To connect with others, you just have to ask people to describe how they feel about their life, rather than the facts of their life, and then ask lots of follow-ups. Questions about facts. Where do you live? What college did you attend? Are often conversational dead ends. They don't draw out values or experiences. They don't invite vulnerability. Instead, ask questions that draw out emotion. Next time you're in a conversation, ask these kinds of questions. Do you love that job? Do you have something else you dream of doing? How do you feel when you're fully engaged in your work? How did you feel when you worked on your most successful project? The Art of Supercommunication. As I read Charles Duhigg's book, Supercommunicators, I was struck by the practical guidance it provides for improving communication skills. Duhigg's focus is on social connection and emotional dynamics, recognizing that effective communication is about more than just exchanging information. Here are some key takeaways from the book. Understanding emotional dynamics. Supercommunicators recognize that conversations are complex emotional experiences. They understand that vulnerability and trust are essential for human connection, and that recognizing and navigating complex emotions is key to effective communication. Duhigg provides practical guidance for recognizing and managing emotions in conversations, including strategies for de-escalating tense situations. Mastering conversations. One of the key skills of a supercommunicator is the ability to be an effective listener. Duhigg guides how to be an active listener, including tips for asking open-ended questions and reflecting back what you've heard. He also emphasizes the importance of storytelling in communication and provides examples of how to use stories to connect with others and convey complex ideas. The role of intuition and empathy. Supercommunicators understand the role of intuition and empathy in effective communication. They know that intuition is often a better guide than rational analysis and that empathy is essential for understanding and connecting with others. Duhigg guides how to develop these skills, including exercises for recognizing and practicing empathy. Overall, Supercommunicators is a valuable resource for anyone looking to improve their communication skills. Duhigg's practical guidance and emphasis on social connection and emotional dynamics make it a must-read for anyone looking to become a better communicator. Implementing supercommunication in various aspects of life. As I learned from reading Supercommunicators by Charles Duhigg, the art of successful communication is an essential aspect of our daily lives. Implementing the principles of supercommunication can help us connect with others, leverage our experiences, and achieve professional success. In this section, I will explore how we can apply the tools and techniques of supercommunication in various aspects of life. Professional success and work relationships. In the workplace, successful communication is crucial for professional success. By understanding the different types of conversations, we can connect with our colleagues and negotiate effectively. As Duhigg explains in his book, supercommunicators can use their emotional intelligence to build rapport and trust with others, which can lead to better collaboration and more successful outcomes. Social media and digital communication. In today's digital age, social media and other forms of digital communication are ubiquitous. To communicate successfully in these contexts, we need to be aware of the potential pitfalls and opportunities. As Duhigg notes, social media posters can leverage the power of emotional and social conversations to connect with their audience and build a following. However, we need to be mindful of the risks of online communication, such as cyberbullying and misinformation. Cultural and social dynamics. Finally, the principles of supercommunication can help us navigate the complexities of cultural and social dynamics. By understanding the role of race, beliefs, and values in communication, we can build bridges and foster mutual understanding. As Duhigg illustrates in his book, supercommunicators like those at the CIA and NASA have used their skills to bridge cultural and linguistic divides and achieve success in their missions. In conclusion, implementing the principles of supercommunication can help us connect with others, leverage our experiences, and achieve professional success. By understanding the different types of conversations, we can communicate more effectively in various aspects of life, including work, social media, and cultural and social dynamics. Do you want to be helped, hugged, or heard? When you fumble the conversations that matter, your employees will leave. It might only take one to have a lasting negative impact that is hard to turn around. But meaningful conversations, when they don't go well, can feel awful. They are frustrating, disappointing, and a missed opportunity. We might walk away confused, upset, uncertain if anyone understood anything that was said. In Supercommunicators, Charles Duhigg shares one reason why leaders might fumble these conversations. A lack of awareness about what conversation is emerging now, in the moment. Is this a decision-making, emotional, or social conversation? This adaptability is a hard skill to develop. Many leaders have heard the recommendation to set an agenda in advance and be clear on the purpose. That can work, but what if the tides change? The conversation that's needed is a highly emotional one, rather than ticking off the agenda items? I resonate with this challenge. There have been countless conversations where what I want doesn't align with the wants of the team. I've wanted to get straight to the actions. What's this really about? But the team wants to discuss with each other, who are we? A nice way to think about this. Before your next conversation, consider, do the participants want to be helped, practical, hugged, emotional, or heard, social? I do have a problem with supercommunicators. There are few practical tools and techniques. There are great stories and lots of research, but I felt the book was too theoretical. This is a topic that leaders desperately want practical tools and techniques. For leaders seeking practical tools, I would highly recommend The First Minute by Chris Finning. One of the big problems Charles Duhigg shares is that leaders do not align everyone around the conversation that needs to happen now. The First Minute provides a practical framework you can apply in every conversation that matters. One practical tip shared in Supercommunicators was the importance of preparing well. Harvard and other universities have looked at exactly which kind of prep work is helpful. Participants in one study were asked to jot down a few topics they would like to discuss before a conversation began. This exercise took only about 30 seconds. Frequently, the topics written down never came up once the discussion started. But simply preparing a list, researchers found, made conversations go better. There were fewer awkward pauses and less anxiety, and afterward, people said they felt more engaged. So ahead of the next conversation with your team, just ask everyone to write down what they would like to talk about. Then see what difference it might make. Turn your knowledge into action. Hammer and wrench. Here is an exercise you can do based on the lessons from Supercommunicators by Charles Duhigg. Exercise. Start every conversation well. Objective. To start conversations off on the right track so they can deliver the right outcomes for participants. Steps. White heavy checkmark. Step 1. Frame the conversation in seconds. Provide context. Why are we speaking and why now? I've been testing the latest software release, and I need you to review a critical bug. White heavy checkmark. Step 2. Summarize your entire message in just a few words. Provide the desired outcome, the blocker, and a possible solution. I need your agreement to delay the software release. Outcome. The team is unable to resolve the bug in time. The blocker. We have a solution, but it will take the weekend to resolve. Solution. White heavy checkmark. Step 3. Ask an open question. Provide. Invite the other person to speak. To make a decision, what do you need? In summary, frame, summarize, ask. The end. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. See you in next videos.